finished the long game. Oh my god. I've been sobbing for the last 45 minutes reading this book. 5 stars. This might be my favorite in the series. I'm not sure yet if it beat out Heated Rivalry, but I think it may have. I love this series so much. Oh my god. The next book isn't out until 2027. What am I gonna do? I need it right now. Hello, good morning, welcome to the weekly vlog. It's already Wednesday. I meant to update sooner and just didn't get around to it as per usual, but ya boy is tired. Oh my god, I'm exhausted. I don't know how well you can see behind me over there, but I have been very, very busy packing. My bedroom is a disaster right now and I hate it. I hate mess. I constantly need things to be clean and tidy and everything in its place. And that's obviously not going to be the case while you're moving. But even though I know that, I still can't help but be upset by it. So I've been stressed out, but I have been very productive. Even though I am so tired. It's like the good kind of tired where I feel like I've been productive. I've gotten a lot of things done. On top of getting things packed up, I've also had a whole bunch of doctor's appointments. I did my passport renewal on Monday. I've been going to the gym. I have therapy today. I've been doing a whole bunch of other things that I've needed to get done that I've been putting off for so long. And on top of that, yesterday our new landlord messaged us and said that we can get the keys this Saturday. So we were planning on moving next Friday. We're both off of work for the Easter holiday, but now we're gonna have the keys on Saturday evening, and I work Saturday and Sunday. But my roommate and I are both thinking that if I've got the energy after work on Saturday and Sunday, then we're just going to do the whole move on the evening, both of those days, or at least most of it, just going to see how far we can get. So that's probably going to be the case. So we're now moving a whole week earlier than we were originally thinking, which means I've got to get the rest of the shit packed up. So today my plan is the bookshelf. Oh man, the thing that I've been dreading the most. I need to get it done today. So that's going to be my plan for later on this afternoon. First this morning though, I'm going to have a nice quiet breakfast with my book, and I go to the gym afterwards, and then when I come home, I'm going to pack up the bookshelf. So wish me luck on that. And then this evening I have therapy, so it's going to be a very full day. I'm so looking forward to the move being done because I desperately need a whole day to just do absolutely nothing, but I'm not going to be able to have one of those for quite a few weeks. So wish me luck on that endeavor. Anyways, I do have several many reading updates since Monday. So first of all, I had a bit of B-roll, but I finished the long game on Monday evening and I completely lost my fucking mind. This book destroyed me in the best way possible. I didn't think that I was going to finish it on Monday because I still had, I think, about 160 pages left, but I just picked it up and then could not put it back down until it was done. And I sobbed through the last 45 minutes of this book. It was wonderful. I'm giving it a full 5 stars. It was just so good. Yes, that is a very biased opinion. There are definitely things that could have been better in the book, just some plot things that could have been explored more, but just the feeling of it, and if a book can make me cry that much, it has to get 5 stars. So this one was just incredible. I liked it equally to Heated Rivalry, so these two are definitely tied for my favorites in the series, and I can't really talk about why it was so good without spoiling Heated Rivalry, but just everything about this book was wonderful. Ilya deals with some mental health issues in this book that was handled so wonderfully. I loved seeing how their relationship has developed over the last 10 years and how well they know each other. It's just, it was so good. It was so good, and I'm so sad that I have to wait a whole another year and a half until the next book comes out. But I'll be patient. I don't have a choice, so it is what it is. But yeah, this was truly a phenomenal read, and I'm so happy that I read it. I'm so happy that I picked up the series. I think this is also the fastest that I've read an entire series in a very, very long time. I've read 6 books in this series since, I think, January, end of January. So Look at me go. And then I'm also currently reading the Ballad of Jaquotte Delahaye, which is a historical fiction based on true events. And it's about a woman of color's rise to power as one of the few preparated female pirate captains to sail the Caribbean, and the forbidden love story that will shape the course of history. I love any kind of sapphic book, but especially like sapphic pirates. This makes me so happy, or like any kind of queer pirate story. Big fan of that. So I'm definitely having a good time with this one right now. I am 90-ish% of the way through, so I'm going to finish that one up while I have breakfast. I do find the plot is dragging just a little bit. I wouldn't have minded for this to be just like a smidge shorter, not like a crazy amount, just a little bit shorter would have been better for me personally, but regardless, fantastic book so far, and I can't wait to see how it wraps up. And then yesterday I also started Ascension by ST Gibson, which is the sequel to Evocation at long last. I'm finally reading this book. It has a ribbon bookmark, which I'm very happy about. And I am currently on page 85 or chapter 11 and having a great time with it so far. I don't really have any thoughts on it right now, but I am having a good time. I love being back with these characters and kind of seeing how they have changed a bit since the events of the first book. I do kind of forget what happened in the first book a little bit. This seems to be a completely different story, so I don't feel like I'm missing anything by forgetting the details of book one, so that is just fine with me. But yeah, I'm going to continue on with this one over the next couple of days. It's pretty short, so I don't think it'll take me too long. And then next up, I've got two things that I'm going to be starting shortly. So once I finish my current audiobook, I'm going to be starting We See Each Other, a Black trans journey through TV and film, which is a nonfiction about Black and trans people in TV and film. I'm in the mood for a nonfiction right now, and this one sounds great, and the audiobook was available on Libby, so I'll be picking that one up. And then my audiobook hold for The Hunger of the Gods by John Gwynne has arrived. This is the second book in the Bloodsworn saga, which I'm reading with Catch Up Book Club, hosted by Becca and the Books, and it's finally time for book 2, and I'm so excited about it. So once I finish Ascension, I'm going to be starting this one next, or maybe today, because I'll be reading it on my Kindle in tandem with the audiobook. Either way, those are the plans for right now. I am going to get myself a breakfast, go to the gym, and then I'm probably going to make a video for packing and then unpacking my library at the new house. So look forward to that in the near future. If I do decide to do that, who knows? It's kind of a lot of work. We'll see. I might do that. Anyways, I'm going to stop talking. I'm hungry. See you later. It's Saturday and I'm so tired. We started the moving process today. We're doing all of our boxes today and tomorrow. I work both days, but we're just doing it after my shift is done. And then next weekend, we're going to be renting a moving van and doing all of the furniture. So that's the plan. Today was our first day of moving boxes, and I'm so tired. Oh my god. My body feels run down. But I got to see my new home today for the first time, and I love it. I'll talk about it more later on. I'm too tired to go into details right now. I just want to do a quick update, as otherwise it's going to be another vlog of barely any updating. But I do have a whole bunch of reading updates right now. I don't actually remember what I was in the middle of when we spoke last. I don't even know what day it was that I updated on or introed, whatever I did. I don't know what's happening, period. So I'm just gonna kind of guess. So with some current reads, I've got Ascension by ST Gibson on the go right now. I am on page 170, so making some decent progress in here. I'm about halfway through it. Loving this book. It is pretty good. I do find one of the main characters, Reese, to be a little bit annoying, but I love Moira and David and all the occult stuff going on. The rest of it's really good. It's just that one character is kind of on my nerves. But other than that, having a great time here. I've also started reading The Hunger of the Gods by John Gwynne. This is the sequel to The Shadow of the Gods, and I am 7% of the way through, so just barely getting started there. Only on chapter 3 right now. But I'm reading this one with the Catch-Up Book Club hosted by Becca and the Books, and so far loving that one as well. And then finally for current reads, I've also got The Absinthe Underground by Jamie Pacton, which is a sapphic historical romance with fairies. I am 30% of the way through right now and also having a great time. I'm not fully liking the romance of this one, but I do like the plot and the setting. So I'm at least liking the majority of it, and I'm hoping that the romance will grow on me as the book goes on. Other than those things, I do also have a DNF. I had an arc of Shy Girl by Mia Ballard over audio, but unfortunately there is some controversy surrounding this book right now. The author was accused of using AI to write this book. I had requested this book from NetGalley long before I heard these allegations, and because nothing is actually confirmed, I did still want to at least give it a shot and try to form my own opinions on it. So I read a little bit of it yesterday, and yeah, while I obviously can't confirm whether or not it was written with AI, it does kind of feel like that, I'm not gonna lie. The writing is very clunky and awkward. I listened to about 25% of the audiobook, and it was unsettling. It had that like good horror feel to it that I'm looking for, but the sentence structure, especially with the dialogue, was very, very clunky and just super awkward and just didn't really make a whole lot of sense. So I don't know if it was AI. I'm really not good at spotting AI stuff, but it also wouldn't surprise me if that was true. So I did DNF this one at 25% of the way through. And then I think finally for right now, I also started and finished We See Each Other, Black Trans Journey Through TV and Film by Tre'vell Anderson, which was a fantastic nonfiction. I really enjoyed this one. If you're a fan of movies and TV shows, as well as queer history, definitely pick this one up. It was really interesting. The audiobook is narrated by the author as well, which I always really enjoy, and they did a fantastic job with the audiobook. I think that's it for right now. I feel like there might be more, but I can't think of what that might be. So I'm just going to leave that alone. Call it a day. Sounds good to me. I'm going to go to bed now. I'm so exhausted. I cannot explain to you the level of tired that I am right now. So I'm going to stop yapping, and we will hopefully talk tomorrow, but probably not going to be until Monday. Monday, I'm doing nothing. I'm not leaving the house. I'm not packing. I'm not doing anything productive. I'm sitting in bed and watching movies all day, and no one can make me do otherwise. But I might end up outroing this video on Monday because I highly doubt that I'm going to have the time tomorrow. So we'll see how it goes, but wish me luck for the rest of our packing tomorrow. Hello and happy Monday. Time to wrap up the weekly vlog. Not that I have a whole lot of reading updates, I'm sure, understandably, given how incredibly busy this week has been for me. If you can see behind me currently, all the boxes are out of the house. We got the keys for the new place on Saturday. I think I may have already said this actually, now that I'm thinking about it, but either way, between Saturday and Sunday, we got all the boxes out of the house and into the new place, and next Friday is gonna be all of the furniture, so we're in the home stretch, we're almost there, and then comes all of the unpacking. But just to wrap up my current reads at least, I am still making my way through Ascension by ST Gibson. I've not read a whole lot since our last update, but I'm now on page 188, and I don't think my thoughts have changed. Still enjoying it for the most part, but the one main character, Reese, is still quite annoying. So, and then with The Shadow of the Gods, The Hunger of the Gods, book 2, I am 10% of the way through. So barely any progress there either, but at least it's something. And then I also finished The Absinthe Underground and quite enjoyed that one. I haven't put it through Compile yet, but I'm thinking it'll probably get like a 3.5 star, It was good, just not anything amazing. It wasn't like an incredible book, but I did have a fun time with it, and I would read more from this author. I think the plot got a little bit ridiculous towards the end, mainly just like some character choices where I'm like, I know you're smarter than that. How did you fall for this kind of thing? So that was a little bit frustrating. But otherwise, it was a good time. It was what I was in the mood for. I love some queer historical fantasy, especially with fairies. Springtime makes me always want to read fairy books. And then I think finally for right now, I realized earlier that I forgot to update on the Ballad of Jaquotte Delahaye. I did finish that one earlier this week and I gave it a 3.5 star. I don't think my thoughts on it changed from the last time that I talked about it, where it was really, really good. I liked the characters, the setting was great, but the plot kind of dragged a little bit and I was getting a bit bored towards the end. But otherwise, a solid read. I love me some pirate books. And I think that is it. I think that's everything that I've read for this week, which means this was a very speedy update here. But I've got dinner in the oven and not much time to finish up this clip here. So we're just going to wrap it up. Thank you as always for coming along this week. I appreciate you. I hope you also had a fantastic week and I will catch you in the next video.